Hey, what's up, my little TisaTells? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Pete Davidson, it looks like karma may have come a-calling. Or is it the Kardashian curse finally came a-knocking? Y'all, Pete Davidson is facing criminal charges. Okay? Criminal charges for that little hit and run incident, but he hit the side of a house and didn't run. Now, if you guys don't know what's going on, Pete Davidson was leaving the Kids' Choice Awards. Apparently, he is the favorite for a few wayward children. Mothers, fathers, hold your children tight. Give them love because they might actually grow up to be a fan of Pete Davidson, right? He was with his new girlfriend, Chase Sue Wonders. They were driving home in an LA residential neighborhood, I believe, cutting through Beverly Hills. LA residential neighborhood. There was nothing in the street. There was no obstruction. It was not raining. I would say it was sunny, except for it was under the cast of night. You know what? It was such a clear night. Let's just say it was a full moon, right? Actually, yeah, they were driving through. No obstruction, no road, anything. Somehow, he veered off the road, literally went over someone's lawn, leaving tire tracks over someone's lawn because he was trying to brake the whole time, and hit the side of their house, literally caving in their family room. And get this, somebody was actually in the family room. I believe it was their daughter. Yeah, that's what happened. And when everybody just shrugged shoulders and said, whoa, that was close. The police, the LAPD, and the fire department arrived, okay? Not one of them arrested him. Nobody even thought to even figure out why it happened. They just shrugged their shoulders and went home. Well, I guess this wound up on the desk of an aspiring DA, and they said, no. Run that back right quick. Who crashed into what, when, and how? Roll that down because, baby, I'm going to get this promotion by hook or crook. If you don't know, district attorneys have a reputation, and I believe it is well-deserved, that they love a good high-profile case. Either a case that has a high profile because of the shocking criminal element, or a case that has a high profile because it is celebrity or a celebrity adjacent person. Now, we know that Pete turned into, I guess he's a celebrity now because, you know, he's hop, skipped, and jumped right into a few women, that he is now a celebrity enough that the DA would look at them. Anyway, they said Pete Davidson criminal charges are on the table for crashing a car into house. Now listen how TMZ metaphorically gets on their knees to be Pete's friend. Listen to this language. I know I explained to you what happened. This is what they said. Pete Davidson's late night car crash didn't result in serious injury, but that doesn't mean the comedian is going to get off scot-free, because we've learned he's now facing possible criminal charges as a result of the incident. Get out of here. You mean that you can veer off the road in a residential area? Okay, I'm going to put the damage up here. Look how long this lawn is. You see the tire tracks. In a residential area, and veer off completely. Okay? Just completely. Hit the side of a house, the family room, while somebody is watching TV. And you might face criminal charges. Yo, I guess he is totally a celebrity now, because honestly, if that was me, you, or anyone, we would be underneath, knee deep in lawyers' fees, underneath the jail. But that's just me. Let's get more into why it's on the table. If that DA doesn't do their job and charge, because this doesn't even sound right. Seriously, even if the owner said, all right, you can pay me off, do you really want somebody crashing into sides of houses for no apparent reason and then walking away scot-free? Come on now. Nobody has time for this. Let's get into this. How much y'all want to bet? Do you think? Nah. Kim wouldn't. She doesn't want to be associated with this anymore. You know, it's bad enough he played her. You want to be played by the boy that's literally crashing into people's houses doing reverse Batmans? I guess. All right, so TMZ is bigging themselves up for saying this. Side note, before we get into these charges, do you think Kim, if she was feeling Pete, might look this way as an end to get back with her lover? Do you think she might? Do you? I will tell you one thing. If you let Kim Kardashian literally legally blonde without the book sense and the smarts handle this case, yeah, you could kiss your career goodbye. You might be looking at 20 and 30, saying I didn't even touch the grass that hard. Anyway, y'all, let's get on. Anyway, TMZ is like, it's a TMZ exclusive. Man, shut up. We know you have Pete on speed dial. Anyway, they said Pete Davidson criminal charges are on the table for crashing a car into a house. Pete's late night car crash didn't result in serious injury, but that doesn't mean the comedian is going to get off scot-free, because we've learned he's now facing possible criminal charges as a result of the incident. Now, let me tell you something, right? TMZ is so Pete Davidson friendly. I'm surprised they didn't label this Pete David house hits the side of Pete Davidson's car. Hope you're okay, Petey boy. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I did a video yesterday. It was late at night. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out, right? I think it was pretty amusing. But they did a story about how Pete Davidson basically assaulted somebody's grandpa, but then said that it was the guy's fault because he was harassed by an overzealous Knicks fan. The funny thing is about harassment legally, I hope that guy actually sues him. I mean, people care about a phone being thrown in the middle of the street. What about a body being hit? They're both wrong, right? But they said part of the thing with legal harassment is you have to let somebody know that they are harassing you with some sort of verbal cue. I have the video on my video. It literally is Pete acting like he's all good and then snapping on the guy and laying hands on them. Man, I hope they sue, because honestly, you can't have that much money and be putting your hands on willy-nilly. You can't even put your hands on somebody if you work at Rite Aid, because the police will come lock you up. No, Pete, you need to learn consequences of your actions. You've been hanging around Lorne Michael too much. Anyway, where were we? Oh, TMZ. Mean house makes contact with golden boy Pete Davidson's car. Anyway, they said law enforcement sources tell TMZ the Beverly Hills Police Department recently wrapped this investigation and sent this case over to the LA County District Attorney's Office to determine whether Pete will be charged for the crash. Now, if you guys don't know, it is a reputation all district attorneys have. That's a DA. And I think it's warranted that DAs love to make their career. I know this landed up on some aspiring DA's desk, and they said, wait, what? Who did what? Where? Yo, run it back. I'm about to make my career stack. Who ran into what? During when? Yeah, I got this. Because again, they look for high profile cases, either criminally high profile or high profile in the way of a celebrity. Now, you could say Pete is a celebrity. I mean, he jumped into enough women to jump over that hurdle. He is famous for being the Hollywood bike pass around, and now he's trying to become famous for his talent. Anyway, they're saying at TMZ first reported drugs and alcohol were ruled out as factors in the mishap. But we know Pete was traveling at a high rate of speed when he crashed. So you gotta imagine at the very least a reckless driving charge is on the table. How drugs and alcohol were ruled out as a factor in the mishap? Do you know that when he got on the scene, right, they let him leave the scene without, I think reports said, without an alcohol test and without any blood sample. So this man, for no reason, crashed into the side of a house where a 16-year-old was watching TV in her home. Talk about, I'm sure she's dealing with some type of traumatic response after. Every time I heard a car honk, I'd be like, help me, right? You better sue him for that baby's therapy bills. But all jokes aside, right? They looked at him, saw the carnage he did, and said, nah, you're probably okay. All right, you have a good one. Good night. A reckless driving charge. You have to. And you were speeding, flying through the hood in a caravan. Wait, riding through the hood in your caravan, flying through like an ambulance. Shout out to Freeway, right? Even though what we do is wrong, still hustle till the sun comes. Okay, fine. TMZ broke the story. You did, because y'all be busy servicing Pete and the Kardashians any chance you get. Pete was driving with his girlfriend, Chase Sue Wonders, through Beverly Hills last month when he lost control of his Mercedes and drove through someone's yard and crashed into the side of their house. But, y'all, no one was injured. Pete was not cited at the time of the crash, but that didn't mean he was in the clear. We should note, the case is headed to district attorney, which usually handles felony cases. But in Beverly Hills, the DA can also handle misdemeanor charges. Y'all, this is a mess. Now, the fact that TMZ is reporting on this leads me to believe that they already know it's going to be a reckless driving. But then again, the DA plays. Listen, I am not a fan of, but in this case, yeah, do your thing, 21. Do your thing. Y'all know, whoever knows what I'm saying, fill in the blanks. Anyway, y'all, yeah, I hope Pete is held accountable. Listen, all things aside, right? And we're not going to make it into something with Pete's mental health, because I do just want to say once and for all, I do hope this was just Pete being stupid and nothing to do with his mental health. We know Pete suffers from mental health issues. And if he is having some type of break occurrence, or, he needs the meds tweak, there should be no shame. I hope he gets the help that he needs and he gets it quickly. However, if this is not due to mental health at all, he needs to be held accountable, because you cannot have somebody on this road and earth in America hanging around other people that are just crashing into cars for no reason. And because of your celebrity or your privilege or bias, you're allowed to leave scot-free. Y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later.